What is going on, everyone? My name is Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the top of the map in the blue color, playing as Thor. His name is Shelty. His partners today in the purple color, playing as Hades. His name is Scardy. And finally, rounding out the team in the red color, playing as Ra. His name is Fox. Their opponents today on the other side of the map in the green color, playing as Odin. His name is the Mister. Not the Mister, but the Mister the First, or let's call him the Mister the Second, because we all know that the Mister the First, he is actually just the Mister, and this is not him. This is the Mister the Second. The second coming of the Mister. He's playing his own. His partners today in the sky blue color, playing as Hades. His name is Antos. And finally, rounding out this team in the yellow color, playing as Loki. His name is Gabu. And we have an incredibly fun map for you guys, ladies and gentlemen. We have the map Mirage. Mirage? Correct me if I'm wrong about Mirage. But this is an interesting map for a lot of different reasons. So firstly, if you take a look at the minimap, you can see that it is cut off just a little bit. This just makes the map smaller. So it's a smaller map than normal, which I love. Fantastic. More aggression. On top of that, take a look at this. Take a look at this. We've got safe fish, but we have a specific amount of safe fish here. This is 9 or 8 fishing spots here, not your average amount of fishing spots. So it's a bit of a peculiar map, this one. So you technically get safe fish. It is possible to raid your opponent's fish, but you have to send a unit, a villager, or an Ulfsark, or a citizen or something all around the back to drop a dock here to get some raids in. So early game, fighting for the water doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So what you could do is maybe like mid-game or something, you could move forward, drop a dock there and make some like Pentaconters or like hammer ships to get some raids in, or make some myth units on the water to get some raids in and kill off those fishing ships. But in the early stages of the game, effectively, the best builds here on this type of map is your Mediterranean builds. So everyone should be looking to advance at about 430 with 2 docks and 8 fishing ships, which every single civilization can do and have a very, very fun game. I love this map. I think this is one of the best maps of like the new iteration of maps that have made, just on the fact that it is so very different to everything else. It does play a little bit like Tundra Pools, but it's a little bit better for the team games than Tundra Pools. I wonder which team picked this one, because I don't know. I wonder if it was DoD trying to have some fun, or PXX trying to execute a strategy. So let's talk about what is potentially possible on this map. So with the boosted food, you can hit heroic gauges at around 6 minutes and 30 seconds. So if we have a Hades here, there is potential for crazy big underworld timings where you say the Hades player hits a 630 heroic gauge, the Loki player and the Odin player spam units out, and then they hit an underworld onto an enemy at 630 with restoration to clean their entire base up, is a very, very real possibility on a map like Mirage. So we'll see if that's something that they might want to consider doing. We are seeing Athena coming through for Antos in good fashion here, as Freya coming through and everything else. We are seeing Fox over here with the Ra. We have, what is this? Ra for Hades. A really, really strange composition. Actually, no, it's really defensive. This is a boom composition. Every single one of these civilizations functions well when they get to boom. So we'll see if that's what's going to actually be allowed to happen here for Team DoD. And I'm always interested to see what Ra players would do on these types of maps. Now, I did make a build order for Ra on Mediterranean, which involved getting yourself a 430 advance time, a monument, and 2 town centers with rain, and advancing to the heroic age at about 830 off of 2 town centers. And that's with garrisoning the fishing ships. So if you don't garrison the fishing ships, you might be able to get to the heroic age even faster. So we'll see if that's something that Fox is going to try and do here. It does look like he's going for a fast second town center. So we'll see how that's all going to go, as Gabu is just starting up here. He is in a bit of a strange position playing Loki against Ra on this map. I would probably recommend just fast town center heroic age or go for a Njord timing here. The 6:30 advance time through Njord could be really, really strong here for Gaboo as well. So you could do like that underworld passage thing with the Odin, or you could do double fast heroic, double walking woods onto the Ra player to completely clean them. That could actually be huge as well. Anyways, so many crazy strategies here. Lots of stuff would be really, really fun to see as we do see this little cheeky forest fire getting dropped. Not too much damage happening here as the villagers are just going to move over here and look like they're going to grab this town center. While it is a smaller map, the town centers are relatively far away from each other, so they do have to travel. You do have to travel quite a way to get to your opponents. Even though it's a smaller map, because it's not like the diagonals things. It's a straight line. You know how geography works. Anyways, Dark comes through. 5:30 advance time here for Fox. Going to be grabbing his town center over here. Everyone's getting themselves their per scene. Everyone's got all the fishing ships that they need. 2 docks down. You see the town center's coming up now for Antos as well, as the military building is coming down for our green Odin player, the Mr. the Second. Anyways, see how this is all going to shape up as... I mean, it is kind of an interesting one. Normally, 2 town center doesn't really work against Norse. And then you also have to add in the fact that there is fishing ships here. As we do see... Look, is this a sneaky... No, it's a sneaky Raven. I thought maybe it was a sneaky Ulfsark. Oh, but there is a sneaky Ulfsark coming out. I would love the idea of dropping a dock down here and going for the fast heroic and having the Kraken move in and just kill off a bunch of fishing ships, really causing some serious chaos in their opponent's base. Excuse me. As... Gaboo pushing in, going to be killing off some of these gazelle. The farms are up. Rain's going to be coming in here for Fox. He's going to have a crazy amount of food in this game. He's going to have so much food. He doesn't really need that many farms either, but he's just going to go with 11 and then do this Rain. He's going to be so big as Gaboo he's kind of just playing standard Loki here, which I'm worried about standard Loki against Ra here, even with the Thor, because the Thor's going to have Frost. And the Ra is going to have Axeman, so it's going to be really, really tough. As we do see the Hearster now coming in, they have spotted Shelties, food, villages over here. There is hunting dogs, there is pig sticker, and these villagers are going to get put to rest on this position. Sheltie not paying attention. Now he does run. Going to be losing a lot of villagers over here, but they're making their way over here. No ghost building coming down for Gaboo as these villagers trying to get in here. That's a strange ghost building. Is trying to prevent the villagers from coming over onto this location, as every single one of those villagers looks like it's going to make it into this tower if he so chooses. Oh, one villager, guys. Okay, he didn't decide to go into the watchtower as the ox cart is almost getting picked off. No, yes. Is he going to keep coming in here? Garrison the ox cart, Sheltie. Just Garrison. There we go. Nice play there as the priest going to help out defending on that location over here as the raiding cavalry getting pushed back. We see the forest fire coming in here from Sheltie there as the Mister has to pull back. Nice play there from him. We've got this scout hanging out over here, and the Ulfsark does come in for the Mister. Going to go for a cheeky dock. Same with Sheltie over here. Both players have got the same idea. You got to get a little bit of harass onto that food at some point. The aim is never to win the water. The aim is always just to make some things just that little bit challenging there for your opponents to have to react to. As the raiding cavalry is still pushing through for Sheltie, he is playing this beautifully. He hasn't really lost many at all here. She's going to be retreating away here and killing off the Chiron of Antos. Antos is in full boom mode. I don't see a military building up for him at all. He's going up through Apollo really, really quickly off of these 2 town centers. Hathor is on the way as well for Fox. He's advancing beautifully as well. Roughly that 8:30 we were talking about, as well as this villager going to get taken down. Nice play there by Gaboo. As where did the villagers end up going? They're just going to jump onto this berry bush over here and happily gather from that for a hot minute here. As Scardy is now on the way for Sheltie. Second town center up for Gaboo as he wants to get some economy going. Not going to be going to the next age just yet. I feel like Gaboo might be making some crazy mistakes here. He needs to be getting next age and doing something like that, as we see a big locust getting dropped down onto this position. Antos retreats nicely. He only loses 3 villagers here, but the locust is gone. The Roman cavalry leaving this location now, looking for something else to pick off, as Sheltie going to be grabbing a second Going to be grabbing a second talent center, and the longboats starting to come out for Shelty. I love this play because here's the thing. You're not expecting this to come through either. And so long as there's a unit doing something, then your opponent's going to get a little bit distracted here. As Gabu builds one longboat, no overreactions. Going to kill off that longboat. This fishing ship might get picked off as Gabu's not paying attention here. He has his 2 town centers. He's doing everything he needs. He's coming into this position, going to be picking off some villages. There's some houses over here that need to be taken down. The Fox markets get denied for the time being there as Fox drops a market there. He's got himself his Migdol stronghold, slowly starting to build some units. I wouldn't be surprised to see Fox try and get to the Mythic Age here and go through Osiris really early to completely shut down the Loki with the Son of Osiris and everything else. But we'll see if that's going to happen. But look at this. Antos says fast mythic. 2 town center fast mythic is the way. That's what he says. He's going for that. And now we're going to start seeing some dragon ships coming in here. And that's going to shut Gabu right down in this position as he's going to pick off the longboats beautifully here. This Ulfsark needs to be careful not to get picked off. They're going to be pulling back. Nice play as the longboat's going to go down. Now you can actually win against a dragon ship with 2 longboats, but you do need to micro them. So every time the dragon ship shoots, you got to micro the ship that's getting shot, and it is possible to make that. As the Ulfsark comes in, it's going to be dealing with that ship there as the Herser getting some big damage done over here, but looks like Shelty's coming in to defend this one. He's going to have to retreat that a little bit without INR. Separate the INR, Gabu! As the Herser swinging around the bottom, maybe going to drop their own dock over here as we are seeing some longboats coming in, going to be hitting the ships over on this location. Meanwhile, we see the units pushing through for Skadi as Artemis is just about to hit here for Antos as the Minotaur here getting taken down just a little bit. Skadi's already got some units putting some pressure on the villages retreating away. You've got to be careful where those villages are going, as maybe farms are going to be a good idea here for the Mister. In this game, he's trying to get onto this gold mine. There's a beautiful fortress here as Antos is looking to probably do the whatchamacallit, where's that restoration? Oh, right here. Must have been a misclick there by Skadi, or he thought his units were a little bit low HP. But Antos might be looking to do the Blitzkrieg strategy where you make a whole bunch of Heliopoli out and you go for an underworld here. See if that's going to work, but there is going to be a frost. But obviously frost from onto a Blitzkrieg is also going to allow the flaming weapons to come through. So we'll see how that's all going to amount. Still no earthquake being used. I wonder where the best place to be using that one is, as it's, well, yep. The best place to use Earthquake is always going to be on the enemy Norse player, because you want to kill the Norse player. As Shelty is now dropping down to 0 town centers in a bit of a scramble. He doesn't lose any villages or anything. Whoop, but there's the Underworld passage coming in onto this position. 1 Heliopolis is here. Hoplite coming through as well. This is going to be very, very scary for Team DoD, as Antos might want to try and grab this town center for himself. As there's the Underworld, he can grab some villages here, run through there, just keep building more villages. He's coming over onto this position. We see the raiding cavalry over here. There's a Chimera that might find some very, very juicy kills over here. As Antos is so ridiculously big in this game. The Chimera coming in does use a special huge damage there onto so many villages. Not picking off many of them though. He doesn't have his upgrade. Fox doesn't have the upgrade there, but the unit's still pushing forward over onto this position as Gabu doing his best to maintain pressure over here. Osiris is on the way. We see the Pharaoh getting healed back up over here. Will probably get healed back up to full HP by the time Osiris comes in, though it's very slow if he's going to be getting attacked. As Fox trying to micro that one to the best of his ability. We see the town center coming up over here as the Chimera still looking in onto this position to get some more damage done onto Fox's villages. PXX is in a fantastic position in this game. Antos' strategy here was immaculate as he takes down so many villages. His Underworld passage still alive here as Skadi trying to come in and take this down. We do see the Heliopoli continuing to come in onto this position over here as Antos has to retreat back ever so slightly. Here, villagers coming in onto this position. We see the Mister coming over here to try and defend Antos's Underworld passage. He needs to throw a fortress up or something like that. But while this is all going on, Gabu is going through tier, ladies and gentlemen, already. He's going to be losing this town center. He needs help against the Ra here. Effectively, this is how this matchup goes in the team games, is you give everything to your team to try and help them win, and then your team needs to help you from not dying. Someone needs to come over here effectively to kill off that Son of Osiris, otherwise things are going to be really, really tough. So what Fox needs is catapult and catapult and catapult, less chariot archers, more siege here and everything else. There's more buildings coming up onto this position. We see Antos grabbing this town center over here. Shelty does still have himself frost here, so he can use that if he so chooses. Longhouse is coming back up. It looks like the raids have ceased over here as the Frost coming in onto this position. That's huge there. Frost that, and you have to kill off the Son of Osiris here as Gaboo's going to be moving forward. The town center has got 116 HP remaining. You have to attack the Son of Osiris. You can't waste this position to get the damage done as that Frost comes down, but he's not going for it just yet. We see Shelty still managing, trying to get back into this game as Antos just about getting this town center up, but Skadi is here. He's got himself the heavy hoplites. He's got himself everything he needs. Antos trying to pump out units. He's got full population somewhere, but he's really now all on top of Shelty, and it looks like the underworld passage is just about to fall. This town center is not going to be getting up here, it seems, as the raiding cavalry trying to push here in here and take this down, as the village is going to be retreating off this location. The underworld goes down. Antos is going to be needing himself more military buildings on this position as flaming weapons, Fimbulwinter coming in now for Gaboo to try and take this down. That Son of Osiris has not been, there's no damage being done here. Gaboo, how much population do you have? Sitting at 114 of 130. It seems like his population is half decent, but he's just getting absolutely pounded by Fox in this position. We see the town center getting taken down, and now Fox is in a perfectly good position here. The Fimbulwinter didn't even hit the main base over here or this gold mine. It does hit this town center over here, but Fox doesn't even care. He hasn't garrisoned anything just yet. Shelty garrisons it all. The building's still coming up over here for Antos, but he has been pushed back for the time being. Skadi is big, Fox is big, but Gaboo is falling here. He might look like his score is decent, but he has no units here to deal with these chariot archers. Effectively, he needs Huskal and he needs Ballista here already, like right now, not later. So he needs, there's just no hill fort right now for Gaboo to build the unit he needs to deal with that Son of Osiris. But you see more longhouses coming down as the catapult rolling through here. Fox is going to be, it's all basically up to Fox to pick off the Loki as fast as he possibly can and help Shelty stay alive here for as long as he possibly can, because Shelty is in some serious pain in this game. Gaboo's also moved his villagers over onto that location. The other thing here is that Gaboo can simply just say, I'm going to abandon ship here, move into Antos, grab this town center, and just say, look, we're going to just reset, and I'm going to start pushing Shelty, and Antos can come over here and try and defend Fox as an idea. But he hasn't retreated yet, and the catapult does end up finishing off that town center, as now Gaboo is down to 0 town centers. Ephesus on the way for Skadi, and Skadi is going to have his own underworld here as well. Shelty also still has got himself access to Frost, and he's going to be getting his town center back in the main base. Still has a little bit of gold left in this gold mine at 367, and the buildings here of Antos are going to be getting cleaned up as Antos grabbing himself his 3rd town center over here, trying to do everything that he can as these raiding cavalry are getting cleaned up over here. We see the Chimera coming in onto this position, going to get a little bit of damage done, it seems, as the villagers say, let's shank them. But if Antos gets his special here, don't those villagers all die? And not quite. He gets a little bit of damage done as the villagers come through, going to start shanking. It looks like the Chimera may be falling here. Nice play there, but this is huge. Fox is going to go up to 5-6 town centers here in the near future, as we do see a big Frost coming through, as Antos has got himself 4 Heliopoli here, and this is buying so much time for Fox here. Buying so much time for Fox as the hill fort is still trying to come up. Gaboo is not leaving his base. You have to leave your base if you're Gaboo here. You've lost everything. Get somewhere else. Get up onto this position. Grab this town center, or just build houses and get fed for the rest of the game by your big Greek and Norse player or ally in order to build some units and do some things that way is kind of the only real option here, because Shelty is hurting more than... Surely Shelty is hurting more than Gaboo should be hurting here, but... we'll see how it's all going to go as the fight on this front is ensuing, and the Toxotes doing some good damage, doing everything that they can over here. The Frost Giants are helping out here with Shelty. He can actually freeze those Heliopoli to slow this push down even more. He does manage to do at least one of those, but looks like the town center will be falling here. Antos is still quite big, but Skadi also is huge himself, as this is all going very nicely. We see Antos's restoration being dropped over here as the Mister drops his own Fimbulwinter, as the Fimbulwinters are really going to be hurting the the DoD economy here, but is it going to be enough considering Gaboo is effectively removed from this game? He's trying to drop military buildings all over the place, houses coming over here. He's only got a handful of military units finding this gold mine right in front of Fox's base here, being very, very cheeky, very risky on that move there. But Antos in that moment decides, look, Fox is too big, Skadi is too big, Shelty isn't quite dead here, and with Gaboo being so far behind, it's just not going to be enough to get back into this game. Thank you for the 2 months, Nick Tep. Appreciate you, my friend. But incredibly, I like the strategy here from Antos. I think Antos played this one the most correct out of everyone in this game. I think the problem here is that Gaboo went for too much of a standard play against the Ra. If Gaboo went for like a Njord play, dropping a dock over here, so you go for like a 6:37 minute 1 town center Njord timing on this town center, get the Kraken out to pick off some fishing ships and cause some chaos here, and then kill off the town center and play a little bit more of the kind of standard Norse gameplay rather than the Loki-centered gameplay with the extra fishing ships. I feel like he would have been in a bit of a better position than otherwise. Or doing like a 2 town center Njord timing as well would have been another option instead of building the Hearser and getting the Hall of Fame and all this other stuff. But wasn't what happened. And with Gaboo losing so fast here, didn't matter that Antos had done so much damage to Shelty, and DoD manages to get the first dub here in this game. If you guys enjoyed this one, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTubes, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next game.